All right, so I'm back with yet another quick Pauper deck tech. So today I'm looking at this persistent petitioners deck I've been playing around with. I found a version of the deck online and I've just been tweaking it. Um, so persistent petitioners is 2 mana for a 1/3. It's a human advisor. It says pay 1 tap, target player mills a card. It also says tap 4 untapped advisors you control, target player mills 12 cards, and a deck can have any number of cards named persistent petitioners. So kind of like Blue's Relentless Rats. So this deck is essentially, it's running 15 copies of persistent petitioners alongside 10 changelings as the rest of our advisors. And yeah, it's essentially just a blue-green deck that wants to get 4 advisors on the board and then mill our opponent to death from there, which generally doesn't take that long since so many decks in the format play so much card draw that just with a few triggers of this, we can win the game. Now, this deck started off as a meme, and I expected it to be shockingly bad, but it's actually been way better than I expected, and actually kind of strong. I've beaten several tier 1 decks with this list. It has a lot of inbuilt advantages, maybe. Like, for example, even though we are a deck that wants to fill the board with as many creatures as possible, as quickly as possible, we are resistant to a lot of the board wipes. Obviously, Breath Weapon and Fiery Cannonade only deal 2 damage, and Persistent Petitioners has 3 toughness, so it survives that. And also our changelings are also immune to Fiery Cannonade and Breath Weapon because our changelings are obviously dragons and pirates. So the changelings we're playing are 4 Universal Automaton, just 1 generic for a 1/1 with changeling. We also have 4 Moth Dust Changeling, 1 blue for a 1/1, and it says tap an untapped creature you control. It gains flying until end of turn. Then we have 2 copies of Masked Vandal in the main board, 2 for a 1/3 with Changeling. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, exile target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. And then finally, to synergize with our 10 Changelings, we have 2 mainboard copies of Spellstutter Sprite, 2 for a 1/1 flash flying. When it enters the battlefield, counter target spell with mana value X or less, where X is the number of fairies you control. Then for card draw, we have 4 Winding Way, 2 mana for a sorcery. It says choose creature or land, reveal the top 4 cards of your library, put all cards of the chosen type revealed this way into your hand, and the rest into your graveyard. Then we also have 3 Lead the Stampede, 3 mana for a sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of creature cards from among them and put them into your hand. And then we have a little bit of a fog package going on here, which is very essential. So we have 3 Moments Peace, 2 mana for an instant, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. Then it has Flashback for 3, which is very relevant. And then finally we have 3 Spore Frogs, 1 green for a 1/1. Sacrifice Spore Frog, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. So this is better than an instant or sorcery in the slot because we can get the Spore Frogs with Winding Way or Lead the Stampede. Then our mana base is very simple. We've got 20 lands, 4 Ash Barrens, 2 Radiant Fountain, and 4 Thornwood Falls. So there you have it. That's the deck as it currently stands. As I said, it's a lot better than it looks, and I've actually found it to be a really fun play style. And I've enjoyed playing it, and I'm going to continue playing it and testing it and tweaking it. I still need to put together a sideboard, but this current main board feels pretty solid. I'm thinking of also maybe trying out a blue-black version using Changeling Outcast and maybe some more removal. Although right now the fog package feels very crucial because what we do is we hopefully get our 4 advisors on the board and then fog our opponent until we can just mill them out completely. And what's also cool about this is that we can block with our petitioners and then tap them to mill. So Yeah, this deck actually is reasonably decent against creature-based decks because we just chump block and fog until we can mill them. So yeah, I thought I would just hand the deck over to you. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, please let me know. As always, if you have ideas for decks or cool cards that you've been building around, please let me know that as well. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.